My whole stuff about Castro, I've been contemplating about Castro for the past week. Castro been dead for the past week now. May God bless his soul. This is my own perspective on Castro legacy. I know there have been a lot of allegations of him being a dictator or him being a murderer. I say every leader around the world have killed people, especially dictators. Now, let's speak about the truth. Why did Castro come to power? Most white Cubans, when you see them talking on the news or on the streets, they always claim that Castro is this, Castro is that. He's no good, he's a bastard, he killed my family. I understand that. When somebody kills your family, of course you're not going to look at them highly. But they never tell you about Batista, what Batista was doing. Batista was there before Castro took over. And on those days, Batista was killing people. He had a military group that was going out there kill anybody that opposed the government. And on top of that, Batista had the Italian mafia in America running Cuba. Cuba was the Las Vegas of the Caribbean. So most Cuban, they will not talk about this. They will brush over it, especially white Cubans. A lot of them, they are racist as a motherfucker. They make you think that, oh, papi, you know, we're in the same boat. No, papi, we're not in the same boat. I'm Moreno, you fucking Blanco. We're not in the same boat. Now, fast forward 50 years later, they are mad that America tried to kill Castro 632 times. All the time they had failed. Castro was one of the reasons, I think the main reason why JFK was assassinated. But that's a whole different topic in itself. Now, do I have anything against Castro? No. I think, you know, there's certain things I disagree with Castro. There's a lot of things I agree with him. When he was running, when he took over, he legalized, he make everybody was on a level playing field. That means black and white was equally the same. Before he got into power, black people in Afro-Cuban caught hell in Cuba. They couldn't do their music, they couldn't go to school, they couldn't get public housing, they couldn't do nothing. After Castro get over, Castro was able to give them free housing and free healthcare and free education. Okay, Batista did not do that. Batista stole $300 million from the Cuban National Bank. And guess where he took it? To Spain, España. He took it to Spain, Madrid, Spain. That's where he took the money till he died. Okay? Most white Cubans will not tell you that truth. They will not tell you that the mafia was running the island. As a matter of fact, from what I've heard and what I've read, Batista was the president. They have a yacht club that those white Cubans was running with the Americans. He couldn't go there because he was a mulatto. He couldn't go there to the yacht club. He was not invited. And think about this. This is very powerful. He's the president of the country. You telling the man he's not allowed to that country club? Are you kidding me? He's the freaking president. But that's a whole different topic in itself. They always tell you Castro is no good. Castro is a bastard. He's a tyrant. That's a whole bunch of balonies, okay? But Castro was a man of his word, and he stood his ground against the most powerful nation in the world. Castro have withstood 9 U.S. presidents, okay? Including Obama, okay? Including Obama. Now Obama is about to leave the office. A lot of those white Cubans, they're happy that he's leaving. And the most white Cubans too, they also vote Republican. There's a reason for that. Because when they came to Miami Beach, a lot of them was able to infiltrate the white society and marry into white society. So most of them, they don't vote Democratic, they vote Republican. Now, they also, Castro didn't do nothing for Cuba. Yes, he did. If it was for the embargo that America had put against Castro, Cuba would have been at least 100 times better. Who knows? And Cuba is still better than America in some ways. They got free healthcare, they got free education, and their education system, let me tell you that, is even better than America's education system. Okay, if you want to be a doctor, Cuba is the place to be and go and study, as long as you know how to speak Spanish. Now, here's another thing that most white Cubans will not tell you. Castro have helped a lot of black people around the world. Okay, when they say, why you sympathize Castro, he's a murderer. I say, well, every president have murdered everybody, okay? Castro helped Patrice Lumumba in the Congo. When Patrice Lumumba was going against the Belgium, guess who he reached out to? Castro, okay? That's why they killed him. Castro already told him that, be careful with the Belgium, they try to kill you. Belgium and America killed Patrice Lumumba. But they will never tell you that on CNN. They will never tell you that on the news. But those are the facts. The Belgian police, secret police, and America, CIA, American agent, they killed Patrice Lumumba. Now, let's go back to South Africa with Nelson Mandela with the Afrikaan. When Reagan was in office in the 1980s, Mandela reached out to Reagan, asking for a petition to release the embargo against South Africa. Guess what Reagan said? No. Mandela reached to the Prime Minister of England. She said no. Okay, the Iron Lady, they call her, the so-called Iron Lady of England. She told him no. She turned him down. So he had to go to Castro. Castro provided Mandela with military weapons and troops. Over 200,000 troops, African men from Cuba, to go help him fight against the Africans over there, against the Afrikaans. Once they were defeated, the Afrikaans, the ANC was able to take over the power. That's a testament to Castro leadership. Yes, you may agree or disagree with what I'm saying. This is my own perspective, but you can go look it up for yourself. When you're judging somebody, you have to look at the good and the bad and the ugly. That's how you truly judge a person, not just by the bad only, but you have to look at both ends of the spectrum. Those white Cubans make you think Castro is the devil. I do understand how they feel, because whenever somebody kills your family, you see them in a different light. But they have to be honest with themselves to tell you that Batista was the main reason why Castro took over the fucking regime. He was tired. Castro grew up around black people. Most people don't know that. He grew up around black people, so he knows the suffering of black people from a child to an adult. He knows, he's seen it. How they were being murdered in the plantation in Cuba. How they was being mistreated with the so-called Batista regime, and before him, black people was catching hell. Even though black people was the one that revolutionized the country. Black people was the one that fought against Spain and beat Spain handedly. But they don't put that in the newspaper. They make you think that it was America that helped Cuba. No, it was black people in Cuba, black Cubans, Afro-Cubans, that fought the war in Cuba that gained their independence in the 1800s. And now, fast forward to 1960 when Castro took over. Castro took over because Batista had failed the Cuban people. Batista had mistreated the Cuban people, and Batista was a fucking thief. He took all the money to Spain, where he died, okay? Okay? He was trying to come to America. America didn't take him. He tried to go to Mexico. Mexico didn't take him. He tried to go to, I think, France, if I remember right. France did not take him. He tried to go to Argentina. He tried to go to Colombia. Did not take him. Because Castro told him not to take that bastard. He's a bastard. He's a thief. Okay? When those white Cubans talk to you about Castro is a tyrant, tell them that. What about Batista? What about Batista? I don't see you talk about Batista. Batista was the reason why Castro came to power. But you don't talk about that. You keep telling, oh, he's a tyrant, he's this, he's a murderer. No shit, he's a dictator. If you oppose him, he's gonna kill you. As a matter of fact, I give him a lot of credit, because if he was that bad as a motherfucker, he could have killed all your motherfuckers. He give you a second chance. He let you come to America. How about that? Why don't you say, okay, at least he was that a pendejo, he still give you a chance to come to America. He could have killed all y'all motherfuckers over there. Because y'all motherfuckers, you're sucking the blood out of the Cuban people. Okay? He could have killed all you guys. But then, he let you come to America for a second chance. Why don't you give him credit on that shit? You know what? He may have killed my family, but he gave us a second chance. Like, for instance, people don't know the Bacardi. That's why I don't buy Bacardi no more. It's another blood-sucking family out of Cuba. And they're from Spain. They go back from Spain. Bacardi family, they are rich. Why? Because they sell rum to y'all motherfuckers every day of the week. And the Bacardi family right now, they are established in Puerto Rico, and they have a plant here in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, they are Spaniard with Cuban nationality. Okay, you have to know history. And black people, I'm telling you guys all the time, you gotta study your history. Besides Haiti, Cuba was the second on the line as far as cocoa, coffee, and sugar. Sugar was a big commodity in Cuba in the 1800s. After Haiti gained independence, the Spaniards were there, but they were scared. So they had to start somewhere else. So they ran over to Cuba. At that time, from what I've read, they had at least 11 million black people working the plantation over there. But America never told you about that. They ain't gonna tell you about that. The white Cubans aren't gonna tell you about that. But there are 11 million white black people and the sugar cane in Cuba and cutting sugar cane over there. But they never tell you the truth, and that is the reality. But that's why you have to study your book and what's going on around the world, not only in America, but around the world. Don't listen to those white Cubans that tell you that, oh, Castro is a tyrant, and those white Americans here. Castro got balls. He got major balls, which JFK didn't have. JFK didn't have no balls. That's why he was dead. Okay? He had major balls. That's why they never kill him, because he got balls. So don't listen to those white Cubans telling you that Castro is this, Castro is a tyrant, Castro is a fucking oxymoron. No, he's a smart man. Okay? He's a very smart man, and he was able to restore all the atrocities that was thrown against him throughout the 50 years he was in power. As a matter of fact, Castro came to America to cut some deal with America, but America wanted to have control of the island. And Castro said, no, you can't have control of Cuba while I'm here. I cannot let this. That's why he went back to Russia and negotiated with Russia. First, he came to America to negotiate the deal. But America, you know, like they always do, they're fucking greedy. They wanted to control everything in Cuba. So he took all the land, he closed down all the American businesses, and that's why America hate his guts till this day. That's why they don't worship him till the day. That's why they hate him. Okay? Plus, Castro was the main reason why JFK was assassinated. Most people didn't tell you that. That is the truth. Because if JFK had captured Castro, he would still be alive. But he did not. But like I said, that's my perspective. You guys have a great day. What happened? He's coming?